What's up, y'all? Hey, 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 hey. I am missing you too. Hey, Emma. Oh my goodness, you guys. So let me preface why we have some people jumping on. First of all, my name's Michelle Christitas. Welcome to Angel Insight. I'm feeling really good right this moment. I'm super pumped to hang out with you guys. Whenever you catch this message, of course, it is most divine. um, we have animal wisdom coming in, tr- transformational energies, which is why I've been a little MIA. I've been doing tons and tons of sacred work. I know this is going to be coming out a little bit more. It's just really, it's really hard to assimilate sometimes, but I have been very aware that I'm going through a huge transformation, and I'm very aware that this transformation is to step up even more in service to you. What's up, Amethyst? So welcome in service for you. I am a teacher, I am a healer. I am the lady that works with attunements of crystals and of plants, and a medicine woman of and learning and being guided and doing so much soul work. Okay, this is all coming up with purpose. So a collective message coming in. I'm learning more than anything, and you're going to see me do some things differently. I'm letting go of the pendulum in many ways, which is amazing. I've had a lot of blocks. I will get into explaining the story a little bit more because this is so big. We're really going to settle into this oracle, but you're drawn to this channel for more purpose than you may know. And I just say that with so much confidence. And I'm feeling the need to show you a little bit because my hands move. You're going to see more light language coming in. I'd like to incorporate something new. I don't know, it might be a new channel. Okay. Awesome to see you as well. But there's many ways to communicate, and I just can't stop using my hands. I'm learning more and more and more. So just something I want to show up for you. As you know, I am a channel. Okay. I'm hearing I am a true oracle, not that there's any judgment. Okay. And what that means is that truth comes in many ways. I'm almost like a radio station. So it's all about what I tune into. Okay. So I'm just trying to explain how I show up for you. I've got deep goosebumps actually as I'm doing this because um, spirit is going out of the way for you to see the synchronicities, to see the wow moments, to feel the magic, because this is a new way that we're doing things. Okay, a new way that we're doing things. We're using the power of the all. We're seeing things come into our actual physical world. I will be I will be sharing license plates with you today, my friends. As you know, many of you know that's been something that's been coming in for a bit. Um, so it's just like there's so many different ways. Okay, of course we have tons of oracle here. I'm super excited. Check it out. Holy moly! Every single pile has an activation, and we're going to have some prefaces. But I'm hearing. I love the sound of music, so let's do that. Let's start at the very beginning. A beautiful place to start. Right? Okay, I may not have the best voice ever, but you will totally hear me jamming out some songs on here. The songs always come in for channel messages. So if you're catching me here in the collective message, I want you to know that if a song drops in, it's meant for you to go a lot of times to the video, okay? Because there are insights for you to receive. Um, uh, for you to receive so that you can believe. Interesting. Spirit is going out of the way for you to receive in a different way. Okay. So this is going to resonate with you, those of you that find yourself here. I just know it. We have to keep our heart open and allow the expansion. And I'm being reminded of the tagline here. And let's go through that. Okay, we always start at the very beginning. Oh my gosh, you guys, this is going to be so incredible. Okay. So today is the 30th. Now, just to kind of show you the amount of sacred work, I'm actually going to be legit real. Okay, for me, there are literally like 6 open portals that are closing in my ancestry. I'm been getting that star families are healing. So, in particular, just to kind of give you a little bit of insight that I've been shared just for me, okay, of course, we're all going through different things, but it's very interesting that many of us are connected, of course, as you know, in the most divine way. So, there's something huge going on through ancestries, okay, and I've been learning particularly in my ancestry, which I learned was over 25,000. Okay. I received a song. Ooh, nice. Okay, that's awesome. Yeah, songs are fun. So, but anyway, there's just a lot happening, and it's not just me, but like I'm doing sacred work, and there's many, many others doing sacred work in these ancestral healings. This has been a process been happening and uncovering. Many of you who come to this channel, you resonate with what I'm speaking about because many of you are on the ascended master path. You are dealing with these huge challenges, and they affect literally humanity. Okay? Let's just be real. Let's just be let's be bold, let's be proud, and let's truly understand the expansion of what you are doing, okay? And what you are doing for yourself, for your ancestry, for your star family, your soul family. As we go bigger and bigger and bigger into the universe, you can really see the expansion. 7-Eleven, take me to heaven. Let's go. Okay? Let's go. So I just want to kind of tell you with this big transformation since Christmas time, I have literally one of my giftings, which I will tell you was learned during moments of trauma when I was a young child. I learned to open up portals to escape some difficult moments. And many of you have probably done the same. And I have learned from them. And so at the same point in time, it's part of the sacred work that I do is I assist in closing these portals. And what happens when you go into these portals, some of them like lifetimes, my friends, timelines, okay? Deep. When these portals are closed, which many of them were hidden, everything that went back and forth goes back and forth. And so many of you are feeling these energies. And I literally told you, I'm getting 6. This is a first. So it's like the energy is swirling and twirling and okay. And so you've been guided here so that you can really number one find find the insights, right? It's like a domino. We're pressing down the domino, and it's like, how does that affect you, and then how does that affect others, and then how does that affect, are you seeing, and then how does it come back and affect and take off in different directions? Are you feeling me? It's pretty awesome, right? Okay. So we're getting deep. I don't want to go too far because the whole tagline here is okay, it resonates. I know. It's like in many ways, I'm like, am I talking to out there? But you know what? I think it's time to really go out there and try to bring it in here. Okay. And try to find out number one, you're not alone. I'm not alone. You're not alone. I love that it resonates because that helps us do what? Trust and walk our path one step at a time, many of you. One step at a time. Okay. But that is movement. So high five, knuckles, you're doing it. And let me tell you, there is something huge happening. Can you feel it? 10001, an ending and a huge new beginning. Okay. Oh man, I just keep hearing, I'm tuning into, and I keep hearing lifetimes. Many of you, I know my soul, hundreds, hundreds and hundreds of lifetimes working on what I have been working on. Okay? Yeah. It's like huge. Okay? So the biggest thing we have to do is we have to do that checkup from the neck up, and we have to, and even though it's okay to think and to get, we just can't get into the overwhelm, and we want to sink into our heart, and we want to root in to the earth, right? So that we can stay grounded. Because when you're grounded, you receive with less interference, okay? With more authenticity. And many of you who find this channel are sensitives. You feel it in your bones, you feel it in the way the wind hits you. I mean, it's so subtle, okay? And so I show up because I'm with you. I am part of you and you are part of me, right? All right, so we're rooting into our heart space so that we can expand the dragon. This is the year of the dragon, and I just want to tell you, if you can get your booty to the Pillars of the New Earth immersive in Salt Lake City, well, outside Salt Lake City, or come there, or get yourself into the mountains sometime this year, it is advantageous because the dragon spirit, the dragon energies that we are everything that we all contain, is um emphasized in the mountainous areas as much. And the big word that comes is traverse. So we're traversing, we're not climbing and clawing, my friends. No, we're going through. Okay. Triple Z snap. Okay, we're going through. All right. So, as soon as I got into this, I was given that little tagline first, and then I started getting some activations. So, there's multiple activations. Some of you are going through a pineal sacral activation, a crown heart chakra activation, a root chakra, higher heart chakra activation, a throat chakra, and a heart chakra activation. And if you're like, what the heck is she talking about? Okay, I hear you on the mountains. Um, if you're like, I have no idea what Michelle's talking about, don't worry. You will learn. Keep coming here, and you will understand, because our chakras are the vortexes, our energy centers throughout our body, and they are a communication system with the universe as a whole. Okay? Truly. And they also affect our health, our wealth, our well-being. Okay? So many factors. And I just want to point out that I also have a separate folder on this channel of different attunement meditations. Okay, go in there. There's about 10 of them right now, and if you're feeling really overwhelmed, just press play and sink in, because the crystals and the plants and the animals, they're ready to work. The natural world is here. The physical world is here to help you learn in a whole new way, to perceive and to be plugged in into consciousnesses. Say that 10 times. Um, that we are all part of. It's time to kind of like put the puzzle together, but also kind of work with it in our everyday life. Okay? Okay. So I hope this makes sense. Here we go. So I heard those activations, and then I started to hear a song, and that song is "You Can Go Your Own Way." Okay. So there's a lot about, really, for those that come to this channel, it's so important. I mean, I can only perceive and receive what is for you. And you are meant to be individuals. You are meant to stand out. Okay. So if you've always tried to fit in, if you've always shape shifted, okay, and moved and molded who you are to fit in, my friends, know if you get one thing tonight, you are meant to stand out. You have a brilliant individuality about you that is ready to be part of that star family, the unravel of these huge collective energies that it's time to say bye. Bye bye. Okay? So, message from the horse. Yeehaw! It's time to saddle up and go for a ride. Explore for more across the shore. Free you'll be with the wind across your face. Forget the race, the times, the rhymes, once lost, now time to find your place. Beautiful wisdom comes in a little bit of a riddle style. But it speaks to us in so many ways. And this message is for the next 30 days, my friends. We're going to invoke our horse in just a moment. It is a vibrational match. If you are new to this channel, welcome. Let me know what resonates. We love to hear from you. Pipe it in. The bigger the container, the higher we go. Okay. So keep coming back here. And I'm going to be getting, I'm going to be getting more in the ebb and the flow. Hey, what's up, my body, soul, love? Okay. Welcome here. As you know, sometimes we go a little long here. There's no judgment. You need to come back. You come back. Okay. I have been known to be on here for 6 hours. Yes. Okay. So, like I said, teacher, oracle, truth. It's for the next 30 days. Some of you are drawn to multiple horses. Now, what I can tell you is that you will most likely have some steps involved over these next 30 days. So try to tune in a little bit more if you can and see which one is for me. So if you have three, let's say you have all four horse coming for you, which horse is coming first? Okay, work with your angels and guides on that, and then you can come back and get the messages again for the second and the third. Okay, now some of you have two, some of you have one, but don't just stop at one. Okay, because some of you you have multiples. All right. All right, because many of you are being fast tracked. Okay, here we go. So, a little bit about that. You can go your own way. Okay, was recorded over 4 months, and it was about a breakup. Okay, so this is a song by we love Stevie Nicks, Fleetwood Mac. Okay, and it's really a testament. It's an anthem, actually, about going your own way and really kind of like the changes that we go through because we're changing. We're stepping into the unknown, if you will. I do think it's interesting that it was recorded over 4 months. This is over 30 days. But being that there are cycles within cycles, and we are going to see so many like cycles, okay? We're going to be so much traversing through many cycles, okay? With endings and beginnings. And I want to let you know that this particular oracle is actually connected to the last time the horse came in, okay? And the last time the horse came in was actually back in 2022, my friends. Okay, so this is like a 2-year cycle. Okay, so that will probably resonate with many of you. Now, you can see this song in Forrest Gump. Okay, you know where Forrest Gump starts his like run across America, traversing transatlantically. This is exactly the song that is playing. Okay, so this is the energy that we're dealing with. You can go your own way. Don't feel like you have to go the path that others go. And in fact, my friends, I want to tell you something, because the big reason that I'm going through all of these changes is because when I opened up into spirituality, when I came out a little baby spiritual virgin, like, oh my God, what is a crystal? I did not even know. And now I do attunements. It's mind boggling. But I was so excited to learn And for whatever reason, no judgment here, but I aligned to different things that was not of my highest good. Okay. So I really want to teach you right off the bat to trust yourself and to not force and to not force feed yourself. Okay. So the horse is all about being free and about resonating with the energies. Okay. And being themselves, right? You've heard about a bucking horse. It's like they continue to be themselves because there's something they're bucking against, right? This is the energy I really want you to become familiar with. In a lot of ways, our angels and guides are and our ancestors and the ascended masters and so many different energies and collective consciousnesses are taking us on a journey so that we can be more familiar, so that we can learn a little bit more about what all of this means, so that you can do what? Prevent really kind of the hell that I have put myself through for not understanding and knowing how to trust myself. Okay. So it's been a lot of learning. So, first of all, there's no, and I want to preface this there is no way that I would know how to be doing some of the things that I do if I didn't go through that. So, there's knowing that there's no wrong way. But, 3 years ago, this is coming out for purpose. Over 3 years ago, I had a severe psychic attack, and it's something that I'm still closing out. Okay, you guys, it's like huge. And it was a huge mission for me. And so that's why I step up into service. And I know that there's an expansion because there's this transformation going on with those energies. Okay. So I hope that makes more sense. Okay. So let's go ahead and settle into this. I'm going to stop my babble. We're going to go ahead and move forward. We're going to take a moment. You can sink in. I love if you go ahead. We do have, of course, you've got to trust yourself, but I do have a sacred space set up here for you. That is something that's not always going to happen. So if you're a sensitive, which many of you are, this is what many of you resonate with is you don't pick up on the energies, the collective energies in this container because I have them. I am sensitive. So I also have them unable to enter. Okay. So for some of you, this might be very comforting. All right. And I'm not really sure why I'm mentioning all this because I think we might have some new people coming our way. So that could be a big reason. Okay. So I don't hear babble. Oh, love it. That's my own little um, kind of like I know I do things differently than other people who are, do this, but you know what? It's okay. I really have embraced it and I miss you guys. So I'm kind of like get that little nervousness, right? Um, okay. So that's the channel message. Let's go ahead and take a moment to invoke that horse, okay? Because another thing that I know that I can do within the meditations and stuff, we can check that out. Is I'm also what's called a spiritual catalyst. So you can sink into this, and I'm an activator. So yeah, I like to think of myself as like the baking soda to make slime. I'm an activator. So that's one of the many other things that we're going to do here. So we're going to go ahead and activate that horse to come be with you, to really help teach you the wisdom. Okay. And as I'm actually, and you see my eyes are closed, I'm just going to go ahead and let anything come through because I can literally see a horse coming my way. Okay. So let's just go ahead and sink into this. Oh, man. It's coming up and I've heard this message very clearly many times, but I'm hearing wild, wild horses couldn't tear us apart. And this is a really deep connection to another channel. So those of you who participated in a three-way collaboration between myself, Soul Expansion, I'm sorry, Jolene, if I'm saying that wrong, Soul Evolution, Soul Expansion, and also Balanced Forces now. So we did this huge thing, and I remember I was doing one thing. I did the boar, and Nicoletta did the horse. So those of you that follow Nicoletta, and this might, and that's part of the cycles. Okay, so that came up with purpose. So it is my purest intention to invoke. It's my purest intention to invoke the angels of the highest light to activate the horse for all who are here on all timelines, dimensions, realities for the highest good of the all. We thank the horse for coming forward. We honor your strength, your agility, your muscle, your stamina. We thank you, the horse, for just being such a strong visual for so many of us. And I really speak to that wisdom and how we can run free and be a part of something bigger, as I see many horse running together, as we come together and run free through the wind, kicking up the dust, and allowing ourselves to see our spirit in a new way. As we start this new year, as we enter into this time with, um, the Chinese New Year of the Dragon is especially coming up so much, okay, as it did last year and the year before. So we feel those energies as we are embarking into that part of that cycle, and that starts in 30 days. So the horse comes here to take you on journey, my friends, to capture the little steps to take some of you back, to take some of you forward, to sidestep so many different ways, in order to wrap it up and to start anew. So here we go. Are we ready? Yeah, I'm feeling it. Okay, so we've got 4 horses coming today, my friends, and they are all beautiful. Let me show you a little bit about, look at all these channeled messages. Look at these diagrams. Look, this is one of the most complex oracles I've received. Okay. We have some major beautiful things coming in. And speaking of beautiful, time fashion. There's my little Miss J, my cute little redhead. She's here to say hi. Say hi.
Hi.
And say goodbye.
Bye.
I love you. Okay, get out of here. Okay, so here we go. Well, we're going to start with the Arabian horse. And with the Arabian horse, bye, Jay.
Arabia.
All right.
Islamic.
Okay. Thank you. Goodbye. She's not shy at all. Okay. So with the Arabian horse, we've got earth magic. We've got the keepers of the light. We've got the runes. Okay. So for those of you that chose pile number 1, you may not have been aware, but you actually chose the Arabian horse. Now, before I even chose the picture, before anything happened, let's read your channeled messages. Okay. And we're getting started here. Arabian horse. Okay. The very first thing I heard was Arabian Nights, Arabian Dreams. That's right. A new beginning. In fact, this took me right to the beginning, and we've got a little story coming in for you. And it's all about, you got it, Aladdin and Jasmine. So Arabian Nights plays at the very beginning of that movie. And I heard new beginning, magic carpet ride. You are Jasmine, and another is Aladdin. I did get the Tiger Eye and Jasmine meditation, which you will find in the folder. Attunement folders would be beneficial for you. I also heard avoid Jafar. Moon necklace. Okay, that's a special offering, okay, of different plant medicine and energies. to actually allow you to work with the positive aspects of the moon. So if you were somebody, we just came out of a full moon cycle, if that really took you into some moon shock, I really want you to reach out to me and we can talk about if this moon necklace is for you. When I saw the picture, okay, so what's interesting, not the picture. Oh, yes. Okay. The picture that I chose for you. We see that this particular horse is heading west, and I heard it's not all cracked up. It's not all cracked up as it used to be. You're going through a crown and a heart chakra activation, is what came through for you, pile number one. And it's interesting to see that this following phrase came up for you in some, let's just say some things that I were led to. This phrase came up for you. Thou shalt fly without wings and conquer without swords. I heard ancient bloodlines here. Okay, you are ancient. I heard that the qualities are about you are courageous, you are very loyal, and I heard the song, "You gotta keep your head up, yeah, yeah, you gotta keep your head up." Okay, in this particular song, I'm gonna share it in the community center. You're meant to go there because it is so hugely synchronistic, my friends, okay? Because many of you in this pile are financially feeling very strapped, okay? And things are about to loosen up for you. This is a message from your ancestors. The reason we got this song was done at the rooftop, and your ancestors are letting you know that they are giving you a lift up. Okay. Um, excuse me. We did have a particular plate come in for you. And I'm going to show that to you in just a moment because I'm letting my phone charge just a little bit so I can show you that picture. Let's go ahead and get into the earth magic. Okay. So this should all resonate. Now, the very thing that popped out when I was shuffling for you, and it popped out crazily, you are definitely going through this rebirth process. And in fact, last year, don't you love this? Because I told you we're expanding our dragon, which is coming in with the Chinese New Year. And look, I literally just freaking saw it on bottom. Look at this. The ancestors are here, and this is really huge for you. You've got the runes, the ancient runes. Hold on, let's pick up. Let me fix this lighting real quick. Okay. So we've got the ancestors. You're here to make your, you're here to definitely leave your print, okay, for sure. Always, when we see this come up, okay, anytime we see this oracle come up, you always want to have a message to ground your energy. So, something that you can do is take your energy down, your dragon energy, your spark. You can take it down to the crystalline grid, anchor it with Mother Earth, bring her energy up, and then go up to source, bring the energy down, and you can really just I call it my pillar of light. It's something that I've learned. I can show it to you some other time, but you're really just allowing these energies to really keep you grounded, okay? And it's just a beautiful way to start the day. But I do love that we had this pop out, and I love that she's holding the rabbit as we're coming out of the rabbit, which if you've been here for a while, was really about the hair. Okay. It's like we are not hiding anymore. We're not allowing the fear to get best of us. You're going through a transformation. You have embraced the energies of last year. You're here to make your mark. You're feeling the spiral. In fact, you're resonating with what I was talking about all this shift in this energies. Okay. And that's because, we've got this rebirth process going on. That's right. Okay, it feels really good where we are. We want to talk a little bit with you, pile number one, about this love connection. Okay, we're going to do a 2 and 2. That's right. I kind of jokingly, if you know who Chuck Woolery is, drop it like it's hot in the comments. If you know what show I'm talking about, I'll share in a minute. But we're doing a 2 and 2, which means that this is a connection between in this case, between you and another, the Jasmine and the Aladdin. Okay, now if you think about their story, my friends, they met at a time both impersonating who they were not because they felt that they had to shape shift. And remember, I told you, excuse me, Jay, will you get mom some water? Thank you. And I'm wondering if your throat chakra is affecting you at all. Okay. And this is because what you're stepping into your authentic you. Okay. You're stepping into your authentic you. And this is, of course, the story of what Jasmine and Aladdin do is they step in who they are authentically. Thank you.
My face is glowing.
Okay. All right. So that's coming up with purpose. Give me my phone as well, sweetheart. And then you gotta go. Okay. So we're gonna start at the bottom about the foundation because if you thank you, honey. If you can't I'm sorry, you're gonna see her in the background, you guys, but she's going. I would never say anything in front of my daughter I wouldn't say to you. Okay. So we're going to talk about this love connection. We're going to talk about coming into this authenticity. And this is you and another. Okay. And this is creating some sort of, when I say that, love connection. Okay. It can literally be like a significant other. It can be a project that you're working on. It can be multiple things. Okay. So be expanded. All right. All right. But this has to do with you. Remember, I said you were Jasmine. So you're really stepping into this like king energy. Okay. You're learning about the steps that you take. Because remember, Jasmine, she becomes the sultan, right? And she gives herself choices. You literally can't. I'm sorry, you guys. What? I don't know. Okay, she's looking for her blankie. Okay, I'm sorry. So you're literally stepping into something really big, and it's like when you're not in your most authentic, it's like it can seem more nerve wracking. Okay, so that's what these energies are kind of talking about. This is the story that's coming through for you. All right, so let's go ahead and look at this. Yeah, see, that's what I was feeling. You've been feeling a little bit alone. Look at that beautiful. Maybe you've had some storms coming by. Maybe you've had, lots of watering. Okay, lots of watering, tears coming through, expansion in that way. Okay, some of you have been very tearful, and this is because you've really been into this. You kind of feel like an island because you're really going through so much and it's hard to explain. It's been hard to explain, but this is actually bringing you into this clarity. And the biggest thing is you're seeing this growth. So it's like this storm that you've been going through, no matter how, no matter how violent the storm is, okay, because we're all at different points, is no matter where you are with this storm, it has been nourishing your roots. We're here to talk about rooting in, okay? We're here to talk about rooting in, as below, so above. Okay, so this is really a big message for those of you that chose this pile. You're obviously working with your ancestors. I'm sorry about all the stuff in the background. We're missing something. And I think we found it. And look at this. Music is coming in. Now, I am getting that many of you are tuners. So the way that you express yourselves is through you, excuse me, with that throat chakra. Okay, it's so important. Okay, because it is your authenticity that kind of leads to this tuning. For me, I've learned how do I tune? With the crystals and the plants. They send off a vibration and a frequency throughout the universe, and that's basically what sound does. So many of you work with sound in many different ways. And I'm getting to mention a little bit about one of my friends who's taught me that sometimes for those of you that healers, adding sound, okay, whether it's your own voice or music or whatever comes through, allows you to see different energies that may have appeared in the background. Okay, so that's coming up for some of you for a purpose. And I'm getting this. So it's like when you add some sound, it gives you more definition of what you're seeing. Okay, this is very interesting because many of you are learning about your energetic field. Some of you, depending on where, there's an expansion in some of your gifting, but some of you, for instance, I'm learning more about like what I see as I'm seeing now is like if I add some sound or if I intentionally spread, okay, that I can bring up different segments. This is very much coming up for purpose, okay? Please know. Because some of you, your love connection is with a healing practice. Some of you are definitely healers, and this happens in so many different ways. Here's that fog. You've been feeling it, okay? You've been feeling blocked. That's what led to that island. You've been going through the storms, and it's like, and you just it's it's not like you're giving up. You understand the purpose. This is all coming up to confirm what you already know so that you can what? Breathe. Sink into that heart, fall into that heart space, root into that heart space, and expand your breath. Really just take that moment to really let this sink in, okay? Because many of you been through it, okay? You're being pushed up to that rooftop. And as you've been going up and up and up into those elevations, of, as you will, just like when we go into the mountains and we're not used to it, we have to catch our breath. This is very much coming in for you, okay? So we've got this fog. There's energies that are veiled. Let me tell you, as much as you're trying to figure it out, there is purpose for everything, okay? So really trust. I have to tell you right now, I am super duper grateful that I cannot exactly see this big ass energy that I have been working with for years, okay? It's part of my mission, okay? And it is a huge energy and it is not of the light, okay? And it's teaching me so much. It feels like the fog began a little bit this past week. My mind is clearer than it's been in years. Yeah, and that's because there's clarity been coming in, okay? I love that. Thank you, Miss Amethyst. There's clarity coming in. And so it's like, even though, look at veiled, right? And I'm feeling that this is in many ways veiled on the outside, okay? As above, so below. And the veil is thinning inside, okay? Clarity is coming. Vision is expanding. And what I love is it's all about that foundation, okay? As we see the tips here, as we see the tips of the mountains and of the trees in particular, okay? This is really talking about you are very strong in your divine feminine energy, my friends, okay? And so this is happening with purpose. So let's really take a look at this energy. I am blown away. I love that this is coming in. We literally have the name of the deck here with the fairies. I've been feeling this energy. You know, I've been talking about it, that the fairies and the gnomes in particular are some of the ancestry we're talking about. And this is why we're all affected, because we are everything. And so as we help the fae, to heal in their ancestry, to become more one, right? It's like it affects all of us in different ways. It truly, truly does. Okay. So I love that little beautiful synchronicity there. Okay. Um, and we have the winter solstice. How fitting that what popped out was the spring solstice, but many of you are in this winter time. So it's a time of reflection. It's a time to see things in a new light, okay? And as we see this snow, this clearing, there's this expansion. And look at it's like we even start to see what's coming out behind the trees, right? Behind the veil, behind where we are. So look at these energies coming forward for you about this love connection. We have a lot of this crystalline reflection energy, this very etheric energy coming forward here, okay? And what I'm hearing here with these trees, what I'm dialing into is the roots, okay? Because that's what happens. Every season has its own little we can learn from the seasons. I live in the Chicagoland area in the Midwest. Power to my Midwest girls. And we get all 4 seasons. Okay. So, what's really amazing is I know that in the winter, here is when the roots really expand. Okay. And so your roots are expanding. We're rooting into that heart space. We're expanding the breath and we're allowing the energies to literally flow in. Many of you are receiving huge light codes, okay? Sometimes these energies can feel a little crushing, but what's happening is you're literally bringing in light into some of your lower chakras, which are timelines, some of them ancient, okay? Some of them gods, I mean, different timelines. And so we're really shedding the light into the magic of who you are. And this is what I love because I said you're tuners. I'm feeling the magic. I'm feeling the Michael Jordan. Okay. I'm feeling it. Okay. I will tell you that 45, we're in the 46s. 45 jumped out on the clock. And this is really pulling it together. If you're familiar with the movie Space Jam, Michael Jordan, number 23, best basketball player, talk about one of a kind, leaves basketball. What am I doing? What am I doing? He comes back full circle, goes into what he loves, doesn't judge what he thinks others want him to do. He just does what's here. And he comes back as number 45. So, this is what I mean transformation, letting go of who you think letting go of who you think you're supposed to be and trading off for what? Reflecting, going down to the root and nourishing who you truly are, which is magic. Wow. All right, my little magicals. Okay. Keepers of the light. We did a little pre shuffle. There's a call to action. We do have an activation for you. Okay. And I was feeling these energies. Look at how he's got this really high turtleneck. How can you really take some time to soothe yourself? To really allow, I'm getting tea and honey. I'm getting really things that make you feel comforted, comfort foods. Just really allow yourself to sink into comfort. And when I say that, expand that with the senses. Okay. How can we put on a cozy, warm sweater if that so chooses? Some of you will feel really, I'm getting some of you will feel so extravagant in silk. Okay. Getting some silk pajamas for yourself. Hey, things like that. Okay, Alicia or Amethyst is what I'm calling her. It resonates. I'm feeling it like a tingling vibration. It started in my head and spreads. Okay, well, there's that crown heart activation. As we're sharing these words, we're actually creating a catalytic. We're actually creating an activation within you. So that's what's so beautiful. And that's what I just heard. That's our call to action. Okay. Look at the structure behind. And it's like you've been part of the structure, but it's so much bigger than you know. Okay. This is like there's a structure behind. It's giving me Metatron. And as I'm saying that, as I'm saying Metatron, for me, Metatron represents the clearing of what I have called the dark matter. Okay. And the dark matter is what all the stars are. You see how the stars jump out? You see that blackness behind. I mean, I know we have other colors here. This is called dark matter. And if that's like kind of like interesting for you, you should do a little bit of research about that because it's truly just something that's beginning. Okay. So we got the keepers of the light here. The keepers of the light really want to talk about a physical shift. There's literally a physical shift coming into your physicality. So let's go ahead and see what are we rooting in this shift. Okay. We're rooting in this shift. And we're going to find out a little bit more about it. We're talking about the sacred self. Yes, aligning to what we said, who you truly are. Okay. So beautiful. Take it in. What are you seeing here? And it's like I cannot stop staring at her eyes, and I'm literally hearing, ooh, amber is the color of your energy. Okay, now that's by 311. I love that song. And I do believe I have an amber and yew tree. And as I'm saying this, it could be interesting what we pick here. Amber and Nutri, I don't know if it's offered as an attunement meditation. I'm getting many of you would resonate with my rosary class, which is getting started on 222, 17 weeks actually. 17 weeks as we attune to 33 sets. So 66 attunements. And look at this, 66 altogether, 33 crystals, 33 plants. And what they do is it is a tool that brings energies and frequencies to you to be on your highest path. It is just an incredible thing and allows you to step into your sacred self, your queendom, okay? Your queendom, so that you can be on mission and that you can do exactly what you decided to do before you came here. So if you're interested in that, I did just post it on the community board today. You can always reach out to me if you have any questions. Immediately I see we see this snake, we see this expansion right in front of you, okay? And it's like, and this is really being highlighted, this whole space right here. Okay. Again, I'm feeling the neck, but look at how we've got this collar. And this is what I'm feeling. And this is what I'm feeling happening with your throat chakra. In a lot of ways, it might feel rough, but this is that the nature of the snake, okay, where you shed something and you're stepping in. And a lot of times in spirituality, and I'm getting many of you will resonate with this because this has happened to you, many of you along your pathway, along your pathway. So hold on, let me see. I'm tuning into an energy that really wants to come forward, and then I'm going to release it because it's definitely fighting with my throat chakra. So let's go ahead and see. Let me kind of tune into this energy. And this energy is in a lot of ways, okay, I'm definitely seeing it in the throat chakra here. There's this energy, and it's like going, okay, this is the ancestral, okay? This is what your ancestors want to let you know. You got to keep your head up. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, okay, you need to listen to that song because it's really coming in because a lot of you might be feeling like, what the heck's going on here? Some of you, it feels like a step backward, and that's because you have a physical shift. Okay. So, a physical shift coming in these next 30 days where your throat feels sore or you're expanding into something new. Okay. So, this is really just coming up to assist you. So, I'm going to go ahead and release those energies. So, and this is coming up as a teaching point for you. Okay. With purpose is my purest intention to release all energies, vibrations, frequencies, okay, that are not of my highest good, that are not authentic to me, that have served their purpose. I release them and I pull my energy back to me. And I even go a step forward further and I invoke the angels of the highest light to cleanse, clear, and seal any and all portals that I may have opened that are ready to be closed, and to allow the energies that have crossed over to go to the light and to be returned to where they belong. And I state this intention with the purest intention of love and light for all involved. Okay. And this is coming up with purpose and oh, okay. And oh, your angels and guides want you to notice, do you feel a shift? I felt a shift immediately in my feet, my left foot in particular. Okay. But this has been a sore spot for me, if you will, a wounding. Okay, a wounding, if you will. As I see this anka here, it's like the eye of the needle. Okay, so that's this energy. Okay, the eye of the needle. And this is what come forward before is that the dragons, they fly through the eye of the needle. Okay, and they're limitless. So to focus less on the energies that are around you and to move forward with the energies that activate you, the call to action. Okay, the call to action, to stretch without even knowing, to stretch without even knowing, to hold on to hope, right? To allow this expansion, to allow the rise from the muck. You are so powerful. And boy, have you been through it. That is why this journey, in many ways, has been so tough and getting rough. Is because you have been here. You are ancient bloodlines here, ancient bloodlines here. Ascended master frequencies. This is Quinn Lee. And and I have learned, and it's coming forward to share, that she shares the pink dragon, the spark of light of unconditional love for yourself and the expansion, and to lay your sword down. Didn't we mention that? In the collective message, I'm getting, read it again for pal number one. Go to the collective message, but I'm getting to share the message that you're meant to hold on to the message. And it's very short, so let me read it again. Yeehaw! It's time to saddle up and go for a ride. Explore for more across the shore. Free you'll be with the wind across your face. Forget the race. The times, the rhymes once lost, now find your place. Okay, so that wanted to come up again. Okay, to have care and compassion for yourself. Okay, to see your own pond and to see how you, what you hold in your heart and how it affects others. This is the point here of this energy. Can you feel it? Can you feel from the roots so much more grows? Okay. I'm also getting a lot of energy here. Okay. This is really coming in so strongly. So I'm just going to share it. Pandora's box, the treasure chest, okay, below your feet. And it has all, and I've shared this as like a Rolodex. It says it holds the Titans, like when you open the closet and all your skeletons pop out. But what's all the way in the back when you least expect it is a little sprite, a little fairy, and her name is Hope. That's all you need. That's all you need. So how can you hold that in your heart? How can you let the magic guide you? How can you have unconditional love for yourself? How can you know that this is a cycle in itself? Okay? And all cycles pass. And this is a huge ending for many of you. Huge. Again, we've got Freya here saying it, and we've got Odin with the runes. We are going back. Way back. How can you forgive yourself? How can you know that some of you are getting different insights, energies of who you've been, past lives popping up, many of you experiencing, this is where the fog is for many of you. What's mine? What's yours? What's ours? Allow yourself to rise into that higher heart, to see the purpose of all, to understand. Okay, I'm getting the story of the seeds. All seeds are meant, okay? So I'm getting that parable. This is what's coming in, that parable of the seeds. And it's like there are three different seeds, and some will fall on the crack, right? And some will grow, and some will be under the rock. And it's like there is purpose to each and purpose to all. Purpose to each and purpose to all. And that this is the expansion of Christ consciousness, of not seeing it outside of you, but rather within you. Okay? Within you. These energies, oh my gosh. Wow. Okay. So, what are we talking about here? The Holy Spirit. Expect miracles. We started out with the Shekinah. We saw the alignment. I said there's amber. Ooh, amber is the color of your energy. Think of this energy. Think of this honey, if you will, pouring all over you, going through your energetic. I'm just like oozy and goozy. I'm feeling it. And it's just capturing and collecting all these things that no longer serve you, stripping and rising up your frequencies and energies as it does so, raising you to the roof. Expect miracles. Literally, they're in front of you. Okay? So let's go ahead and see. This is what we're talking about here. Okay? So let's start building up. Okay? Let's start building our where we're going here. Okay? So we're on the foundation, we have reflection. Okay? This is the call to action. Reflect. How can I see the reflection? And for some of you, this is shadow work. How can I see the triggers within me is a reflection of what we see? So, what I'm trying to say is if I'm irritated with my husband, love you, babe, happens, and same for me, how can I look at that as a mirror, as a reflection? Why is this triggering me? What can I learn from it instead of victimize? Why are you hurting me? What can I learn instead of how is this happening? This is part of this reflection. Okay? How can we root it in? How can we expand our heart space to see that we are everything? To see that we are capable of these same reflections. This is very deep. Very, very deep. And also very freeing, my friends, because it's the moment that we embrace that we are everything, including, it's not all rainbows, right? It's not all rainbows and unicorns and warm fuzzies and light. How can we embrace and integrate the gray, which means we got to bring in those dark spots, those shadows. What are those shadows leading to, and how do they want to acclimate? Because this light is pouring in to balance some of these shadows, okay? And this is the nature of you being a tuner. You collect shadow energies. This is what you're meant to learn. You're meant to learn how to integrate, how to weave, how to assimilate, how to bring into balance, collaboration. Many of you do this in many different ways, okay? And so the Holy Spirit and this light is pouring in to bring things into balance as things have been unbalanced for way too long. Way too long. You are strong. Oh, ping pong. The rhymes come in because of the Fae. So if you're hearing channeled messages, if you're receiving messages, even through your own voice, this is how they come in for me. Okay, we're not going to be so attached to who's bringing this in and who's bringing that in. How do I feel? How do I feel when I'm receiving this message? Does it resonate? And if you're getting rhymes, that is your Fae family speaking to you. And let me tell you, the Fae, yes, earth magic, but also cosmic. Some of you are cosmic fairies, cosmic shamans. You work with the universal energies of the universe. Some with song, some with music, some with light language. Hmm. Ooh, deep release there. Did you receive? Wow. Let's go. It just feels so powerful. Okay, so let's go ahead. We're going to go back and forth. Okay, so let's look at these shifts. How can we have the inner strength to allow things that are knotted to be undone? Feel like origami. Okay, here's this Japanese flavor. And interesting because we actually have this Irish. Oh my gosh, Trish, I'm thinking of you. uh, it's just so beautiful. But there's this origami. There's this, in this, what I'm talking about, it's not the nature of what you do, it's how you do it. There's this reflection coming in about this meditation, about that meditation is not just something we plug into, it is something that we do. It is how we eat, it is how we walk, it is how we weave. Okay. And here is the origami, the fold. Okay. The way that we orchestrate. Okay. There's some structure coming in here. Move back into wholeness. Recognize that you have the power. I got the power. Uh-huh. Okay, and we did that. We called and okay. We released the energies. Next step. Thank you, Spirit. Next step. I call all my energy back to me, to the light. I am powerful. I'm powerful. I'm sovereign. I am free. I'm part of God. God is part of me. I call all my power back to me. It is my purest intention to be on my highest timeline. Speak it, expand, live it, walk it. You don't need someone else to do it. You just need to walk that path. Okay? A lot of hand gestures are coming in. Knots are being undone. Braids are being reformatted. Look at the braids have been released. Okay? There's this relaxation, this beginning anew, a tapestry, if you will. Okay? A tapestry, if you will. And the guidance is your flame within you, your flame, your dragon spirit, okay, your spark. You are a creator, okay? And what I mean by that is we're all creators, but you are a tuner. So this means that music and frequencies, they come in and you create and you dabble and dive and you thrive. You dabble and dive and you thrive. And many of you will speak tongues. Many of you have new gifts and expansion. And why is this? Because we have faced the fear. We have risen through. Okay? And many of you know the truth that many of this of what you've been experiencing is not even karma. This is an ancestral wound, dark magic used to hold and capture many of you in these dark spaces and crevices. And why? Because of the magic you contain, because of the impact that you can make. Wow. So gorgeous. The sacred vision, okay? And this is what we're talking about here, okay? So let's go back. This is the physical shift because I told you it's a 2 and 2, a love connection between you and another, okay? Some people call this twin energy, but this is within you. It's choosing your authentic self and not allowing the energies that have gone through your ancestry to create the separation of this magic of who you truly are. Some of these energies needed to create form, okay? But some of them so intergrained and reinforced. Ancient souls you are, reinforced on multiple timelines. These woundings literally take on a life of their own, okay? Literally. So we're here to bring peace. And as we say peace, we're here to align to the one who is sublime. Wow. And you've been on this journey. This is not new. This is coming in to speak to you. I mean, it's just coming in, guys. It's just coming in. Okay? So it's like, let's keep going up this ladder. There it is. Shakina, Shakina. Okay, on this channel, when a card comes up twice, we got to take notice. Okay? So this was the one that I was feeling that, ooh, amber is the color of your energy. Right? I'm so off. So off right now. Well, and it's kind of interesting because I want to check something out here real quick. Yep, I knew it. There it is. Okay, we're not going to judge. We're not going to judge, and we're not okay, because remember, we got to keep our head up, but also we got to remember that we can go our own way. We don't have to follow. So what's coming in as I share the twin within, and then I pull the Shekinah, the sacred self, who literally in this oracle is the twin with the Holy Spirit. Literally. Literally. Okay, so this feels extremely divine and important for you, for sure. Okay, so let's look at the sacred self. Unleash your spirit, express your gifts, dance to the sacred rhythm of life. And I kept moving my hands. I do feel light language. I do feel, I know, thank you to all who went to the very first retreat experience at the Gulf, and I stepped into a sacred dance. Okay. Many of you ancient ones have so much in your tool basket. They're just tools. And many of you are meant to integrate them in your own way. Okay? A little bit of this. It's so funny. I'm hearing a little bit of Monica in my life, a little bit of Gina. You know what I'm talking about? What's that song? Bump, 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 bump. Okay? Oh my gosh. A little bit of Tina in my life. I can't remember the song, but I think you know what I'm talking about. Makes me who I am. Okay, let's find the Shekinah. Shekinah, Shekinah. Look at all these songs coming in. Allow the music to guide you. Allow to step into sound. Sound is coming in so many ways. Okay, and I will tell you also a little divine. Look at right before and right after. So it just feels really important. Okay, it really does. Sacred vision and then sacred self. Choose to forgive in order to heal. See the light in all. Remember that love has no boundaries. We were talking about some shadow work, integrating. Okay, I feel it. The Miriam, which means the beloved, are the twin flame angels who come as one. They are the mirror images of each other. They are the angels who appeared to Mary Magdalene in the tomb of Jesus after his passing. These angels spoke directly to Mary and helped her move beyond her grief so that she was able to commune with Jesus once more. There's a real opportunity for you to move beyond grief or grievance at this time. The Miriam are here, swirling their holy light all around you so that you regain a sense of union with your spirit. So you see who you are, holy instead of split. This is exactly what we're talking about. I love that we shared that. Okay? Now, the Shekinah is all about unleashing who you are. The Shekinah is the twin flame of the Holy Spirit. Also came up in your reading. Okay? Also came up in your reading. And this is all about keepers of the light. It is about twin flame energy. Okay? So these energies are aligning together for you, and it feels very important. It is the female aspect of the God particle or creation energy. She is more of an essence than a being, but she has the ability to show herself in ways that we will understand. She's acknowledged in the sacred teachings of Judaism and also called the Sophia of Christ in the Gnostic Gospels. She is a powerful female voice of spirit who is here to bring about equality and to help the world move on from the male only image of God. She reminds us that God is an all loving and accepting. Whenever she appears in a reading, she points out the change makers, the love creators, the gift sharers of the world. What was I telling you? Who are here to unite all hearts around the world. My friends, I told you, you are here to change humanity. Here's an extended message. Don't feel the need to hold back or dampen your spirit. It is time to celebrate. There's a feeling of dance and joy around you at this time as you fully recognize your splendor. You are a sacred being who defies gravity every day, and your ancestors are raising the roof, okay? Raising the roof for you. You got to keep your head up. Yeah, yeah. You're a sacred being who defies gravity every day just by being alive. And you bring a sense of balance and equality to the world. Man, that just felt so powerful to read for you. Okay? Wow. So, this is the physical shift. We're letting go of the splinters and the fragments, and we're moving into this one. Okay, look at, we've undone the knots. We've undone what was braided. We've released that. Okay, we've seen the triggers. If not, we're going to see the shadows and how they can lead us to the brightest and expansion of light. As we have the lilies, lilies are to let go of what was, okay? To see. And I'm getting that Christ consciousness to understand all seeds, the purpose. And we're stepping. This is a time the olive branch is being extended to you literally to step into your sacred self, okay? To not allow your ancient ones, so to not allow the babble, specifically the babble. Interesting. The babble interfere. It doesn't matter as I talk, people will understand. There are different ways. Some hear with my voice, some see with my hands. Okay? It feels very expansive and inclusive. Wow. Look at all this divine energy. Look at this energy. Look at this expansion. The pansies here, okay? These pansy flowers, divine order. Do what you feel is right. An important lesson is unfolding. That's right. An important lesson is unfolding. There's this expansion. The pansies have this yellow energy, yellow and purple energy. Okay, actually, I'm getting pansies and violets is the energy that's coming through here. And of course, those are very powerful attunements. Okay. And what they do is they allow us to step into our power, our earth magic, but go beyond. And this is what many of you have tried to do lifetime after lifetime after lifetime after lifetime. You expand into your elemental energies, but you don't expand beyond. Seeing expansion to the element through all of who you are. This is the weave and how it has evolved and how it's your turn to bring it here and to present it and to live it. Wow. This is so beautiful, my friends. You are so beautiful, and I thank you for what you do. I do. I thank you for what you do because you affect all of us. And as I say it, you are me and I am you. So when you step into your individuality, when you tune in to whatever that means to you, it expands the hearts and the minds of others. So gorgeous. Okay. And our fifth card, of course, is going to be the ancestors because they are so present. They are so present in this because you are ancestral healers. You are tuning your ancestry beyond the strifes, okay? Beyond the strifes, beyond the choices, to the energies from large to small, okay? From cellular to universal, okay? There's this expansion, and you're expanding into these big energies, okay? There's this expansion, and it's like, look at this Dreamweaver, okay? Your ancestors, they got your back. They're giving you this lift up. Connect to your lineage. A family wound or pattern can be healed now. And that wound is in the Fae. And we all have that element within us. But we've been told to dumb it down, to not embrace our magic. Travesty, my friends. A travesty. Okay, so that was like so brilliant and so bold. Let's see what the runes want to say, okay? Because we had a physical shift that the Keepers of the Light brought in. So a physical shift within. And now we have the runes talking about a shift instruction, okay, is what I'm getting here from your ancestors. So what a beautiful transition. Man, the cards just feeling it. And it's all guided, my friends. Everything is guided here. So I'm just bringing it forward for you, okay? You are what makes us so powerful. All right, so we've got 5 runes here. We're going to keep going. And then we've got an activation. So the first rune that we've got is that transition. That's transition. It's like you were going along this path and there's been a transition and you're on this new path. Okay. This is what I'm seeing here. I'm literally seeing the you. You are the center point. Okay. So your ancestors want you to know that you are the center point, and this is coming through on our little house here. Okay. We're creating this pattern for you. We're raising the roof up. Okay. And this is coming on the masculine side. So what I'm really getting here and what we started with is this call to action for you to focus on taking action. Don't allow what's around you to determine, because look at, I just showed you this. You see this energy, but it's like we're expanding through. We're traversing through. Don't worry about what's around you. Keep going through. This is the energy that I'm feeling. Okay. Allow the sun to guide you. Okay. And also getting the violet flame. Okay. And just for fun, let's do a triple Z snap. I mean, come on. You have got it all together. Okay. And it's like, allow the sun to guide you, and allow the sun also, because many of you are expanding. You're going from small Fae into this big energy, and you're collecting these energies, and the sun literally can help release and bring into balance. Okay. So that's something that you can receive. Is that what's right for me? Okay. Don't do it because I told you. Do it because it feels right. You can go your own way. Go your own way. X marks the spot. This is literally a gift. Literally a gift. So we've got you as the center point. We've got the sun, okay? The sun coming in, really bringing and showing us this energy coming into this feminine, because you have been alchemizing, okay? You've been working it. And this is really talking about that treasure chest, that Earth Star chakra. This is between you and Mother Earth. Okay, many of you resonate. You've been doing work for her, and that's because of past life actions of your ancestors. You are the one who's been called to step into it, and it's been confusing. But it's time for the light to come in. It's time for this expansion. It's time for the gift. Okay? X marks the spot with the treasure chest. Have you been following the map? I'm getting you have been. I've been getting you have been. I mean, this is just so fabulous. We're just getting a double reward here, okay? And it's so interesting. I love this because it's like this is what you're getting for yourself, okay? Because you've been doing the work within you. And I'm seeing that connected to this you, okay? So I just want to show you because I know you can't see what I see down here. But it's like, look at, you took that pathway. You see that center energy with the you? It's led you to this path, and it's like some of you feel like you're at a crossroads. No, this is a time where there's a reset, okay? You're coming to the completion of a challenge. It's time to accept the gift. But this is what's so cool is there's an even bigger gift from your ancestors. So there's a gift for you doing your work, and there's a bigger gift that you're claiming because of your ancestry. This is what we're talking about. So gorgeous. And that's what you don't know. That's what you're not seeing. And I mean, can we get any more here? Can we get any more? This is the fish. If we look at it sideways, fertile myrtle. I'm hearing fertile myrtle. Okay. We've got a lot of abundance. We got a lot of fish. We got a lot of nourishment, a lot of protein. We got a lot coming your way, my friends. Okay. And as we see this, okay, as we see this, like I just want to show you this connection. Okay. I'm going to try and hold it so that you can see it. You see this, right? You saw this energy. Now, it's like it feels like you're at a crossroads because you're not really sure where you're going to land, but you're about to land. And not only land, but get a lift up into that gift. Okay, that's what the X's are. They're gifts. Are you a triple threat? Are you a triple threat? That sounds really totally on par for some of you. Okay, triple threat. So what's the activation at hand for you? Okay, so this isn't the activation at hand. There is like we've had this double shift. So there's this shift physically within you, and then there's this shift because your ancestry. Okay, and this is all these gifts coming in. Okay, expansion in so many ways. So let's talk about this structure. What's on bottom? I love this. The Akashic records have been rewritten. Wow. Okay. And not just for you, but for your ancestry. So this is what is so cumulative about your energy is like you're so hyper focused, and I get this because I am too. You're so focused on your work, but what you're not seeing is the impact of others within your ancestry also focused and how we can undo what was. Hey, Vicky, welcome. Clearing old stories, releasing past lives, and let's just say it. Freedom! I won't let you down. I will not pull you up. George Michael, come on. This song, Freedom, is literally about George Michael. This is so relevant. All these songs are so relevant to you because George Michael was part of Wham, which was a super huge band, and he pretended to like girls. Freedom was when he embraced who he was. And he was like telling that story. Go listen to that song and tell me you don't hear his message that he is here to be himself. It's not about what others want. It's about what he wants. I can go my own way. Yes. Oh, goosebumps. So powerful. Let's talk about this. Let's see a little bit about this power, about this queendom, this, what it is to be, what we're stepping into, because you are royalty. We said royal lines, a coming together of the king and the queen within you, the sultan, okay, the sultan and the princess, one who feels locked away and yet one who makes the rules. Shambhala initiations. See the cycles? See? See, like so many. We're traversing through. We're traversing through, my friends, through the mountains, through the shadows. Retreat to recharge. Trust in the process. Trust in your dharma. Trust in the love that you hold. Trust in your authenticity. As we release the braids, there's a message. There's a message wants to come through. As we release what was, it must surface. Okay? And so this is what I keep feeling. Do you see this throat chakra, these coughs, okay? It's like it just keeps coming up in different waves. Don't overthink it. Comfort yourself. Traverse through. Hold on to your highest vibration. Know your angels and guides are going, and your ancestors. You're the triple threat. The triple A. Okay. The angels, the archangels, and the ancestors are working with you to teach you about all of this. And it's time to cash in on those gifts. Okay. So make sure you're taking care of you, balancing you, recharging, getting to the center of who you are, because look at all these shifts happening all around you. Can you see it? Are you with me? Is it resonating? The divine matrix, and this is, this is the symbol of the flower of life. Okay, and this is which I love how the crystals and the plants come in to work together. And I got to tell you, synchronistic, my friends, are many. I mentioned amber and yew tree. It's really kind of cool that something that's billions of years old is native, the crystal and the plant, to the same area with purpose. We talk about crystals, we talk about plants. Let's get the synergy of both. The crystals deal with the energies coming in, the plants deal with the energies we put out. Stamped in purity. So this is letting me know that there are inauthentic energies coming out. Why? Because of the ancestral wounds. There's a shift going on there, my friends. Or you'll be led to that shift. Some of you know how I feel about this, okay? And I'm just being real. Anunnaki, okay? And there's so much to see in here. You can go your own way, okay? It doesn't matter what people say about different energies creating this and that. You are your own creator. You are your own creator. And you know this. Give yourself permission to go your own way. Allow your sacred self to come up. Allow the floodgates to open and for the truth to literally pour throughout and nurture your being. Okay? Because many of you have been dealing with this 44 activation, and this is just really coming through because it's a collective energy of cleansing the waters of the well of dreams, cleansing the Mer Kingdom, alleviating the siren, The siren energies, which, trust me, is not something that any one person stepped into. No. And if you look at the story of The Little Mermaid as it was written, you will see at the very end, she did not marry Eric and fall in love. Okay, that's the Disney version. There's purpose to that. But in the original version, the Little Mermaid found her way and she evolved into the Fae. From siren to Fae. A different element out of the emotions. It's like you've learned from the emotions. It's time to crystallize these and nourish your sacred being. Okay? And nourish your sacred being. So beautiful. Okay? It's so powerful. So beautiful and so powerful. So what are these activations? There's 2 activations at hand. The first activation is on bottom. This is an activation to your divine feminine energies. Take it in. Holy moly. Can you feel the beauty of this card in front of you, my friends? Solar light upgrade. Solar plexus chakra, inner fire, will, power. What have we been talking about? We have been building and we're raising the roof, right? We're raising the roof. So let's look at the foundation of this pillar within you. The foundation of the Fae, the earth magic, the undoing of the knots, and really holding on to your flame, your creative spirit, stepping into your sacred self, working with your ancestors, okay, working with them to expand and connect to your lineage so that you can heal the wounds that are beyond you, okay? The sun. That's why you shine so bright. Do you see the sun illuminate? The powerful gift in your ancestry. And now a solar light upgrade. Let's see. What is this all about? I feel it has a lot to do with what I shared with you. And that's very interesting because I'm getting a message about it being a vibrational match. Okay. So I love what's coming up, and I can only share my experience. See if it resonates with you. Don't just do it because I'm telling you. Are you learning with me? Don't just do it because I told you. Do it because it resonates. But if you sit in the sun, now many of you are so powerful. It's really important for you to not stare into the sun. Okay? Like I was literally opening portals. I'm not sharing this to scare you. It's just the nature of who I am. Okay? Oh, interesting. Okay, it's kind of like, because my angel, I'm hearing right now, tuning into the energy of America, the superhero, how she would just traverse through the portals. This is part of who I am, okay? So it's coming through for you to understand as I'm explaining. So don't stare into the sun in case you have those giftings too, but you can just sit. I love to sit on my back porch when the sun is shining and I meditate with the sun to my back, and I can literally see the energies come in to cleanse your light body. Okay? So let's go ahead and see, because that's what brings it back into balance. Okay? This is something you receive. The solar plexus chakra, we're going to read the whole thing. The solar plexus chakra is found just above the belly button in the pit of your stomach. Okay, right across here. It's an energetic gateway that governs our gut, our instincts, our energetic level, our willpower, and our drive. It can be described as the glowing sun. Okay, I'm going to remind you, the sun. Okay. It's a space of warmth and gives us necessary focus and energy to fulfill our purpose and realize our dreams. The solar light gateway opens our solar plexus, becomes an infinite well of light in the pit of our being. This is the source of daily inspiration and ancient wisdom. When we feel our willpower increasing, we're remembering that we have prepared for many incarnations for the opportunities we have today. We are putting a big exclamation point. Actually, we're dotting that I of individuality. Okay. So you can connect with this space by placing both your hands on the pit of your stomach, breathe into them, and visualize a great fiery light switching on. And you can call your solar power up and out. Here's your message. The light of the great central sun is shining on you, activating you to push onward and create. This is a perfect time to move forward with projects, goals, intentions. Align your energy with whatever you're ready to create and experience. Focus on what you're ready to grow and where you're ready to expand. As you focus on your goals, you're giving their energetic encouragement to flourish and happen. Like a warm summer sun kissing the ground, encouraging the flowers to glow and bloom. The sunlight has arrived. It's here. It's here in you now. And I mean, I'm just like uh, loving this message for you. Okay. This is about wielding. I'm hearing wielding this energy. Okay. So that's one activation. And that's at the bottom. So those in that lower chakras. Let's see what the activation I'm feeling it's going to be in the higher chakras. Yes. I knew it. It is so gorgeous. These are so connected. Can I tell you the energy that I was trying to tell you about the expansion of the elemental? Okay, is to see that the elemental fairy is literally an earth element of the angelic frequency, and there is a connection between the small and the large. Wow. Angels are here. You are safe. You have a very strong connection. I mentioned AAA. Some of you have new guides coming in, archangel guides. And what are they doing? They're stepping forward to teach you, okay? To expand, to root into that heart space and expand, okay? Expand and evolve. It just feels so perfect. Okay. So those are the energies that we're feeling for you. It's just so beautiful. We've built your home. We started from the foundation and we went up. We're being pushed to the rooftop. You need to listen to that song by what's his face? Art whatever. Okay. And we also had a license plate come in for you. So I want to show it to you. Actually, I'm just going to read it to you. So we had I like to show it to you so you don't think I'm making it up. Of course, I would never do that, but it's just more powerful to see the actual. Okay. So here it is. This is you guys. No, that's not you. Okay. This is your plate. I know it's backwards. I'm going to read it for you. So it is a red Volvo. It says V60 on the left, which I love. Integrating energies by spirit. I'm feeling the Venetian energy. I'm feeling divine Lemurians, actually. And then on the right, we've got the T50. And it's like I'm hearing Titans, the change brought in by spirit. This is so gorgeous, okay? So we've got DM 61551. And this is what I heard from you. Divine masculine healing. One with abundance. Red is a power color. And I was getting solar plexus energy. And I was getting red and yellow. Harry Potter. I heard that you're a mystic. Wow. 1:44 on the clock. Are you also part of the army of God? Are you here to raise the roof of humanity? We've spent a lot of time here with you because you are so divine. I feel you, okay? I feel you in so many ways. So, for those of you that feel that you want to align, we've talked a lot about crystals and plants. If you feel aligned to the rosary class, it's really, check out the description. It's a journey, it's a cosmic journey, as I consider myself a cosmic fairy, a cosmic shaman, working with all the energies of who you are to really allow you to journey and to expand beyond. Okay, so if you feel called to that type of work, I'm starting the next class on 222, and I would love for you to join. So go to the community board and check it out, or you can go to angelinsight.net, send me a message, ask me any questions, and really kind of sink in. How can you see what this is all about? If you can do the meditation style, which I will tell you is different. Okay, it's a little bit different, but you will experience it. And I was getting the tiger lily and the jasmine, okay, which is literally the jasmine flower and the tiger lily. And I will tell you, this is threaded through all chakras and the layers of the aura. And in fact, it is actually a connection between the masculine, the rosary is for the divine feminine. There's a Cambaran. I'm not teaching that yet for the masculine, but tiger and jasmine combination literally links the two together. We were getting Jasmine and Aladdin, the link between, okay? The link between you and another. So if you feel guided, if your ancestors are guiding you, let me know. I would love to have you in that class, okay? So that starts on 222, and you can do payments, all kinds of stuff, okay? All right, we're going to go ahead and move into pile number 2. Wow, that was just some beautiful. Hello, pile number 2. First of all, there is a really beautiful collective message. So if you're on with me and I'm repeating, just deal with it for a moment, please. Thank you, pile number 2, those who came here. There's a beautiful collective message to invoke your horse. You guys, pile number 2, actually may be connected to some other piles. Okay, so that's going to come up here in just a moment. Let me just get these cards out of the way. Okay, pile number 2, let's talk about you for just a moment. Okay, do you see this structure here? Now, if you look close, you're going to see that this looks like a pair of glasses, but it's actually a set of wheels, and it works the same way. There's movement coming in for you, pile number 2, to expand your vision. Sound pretty cool, huh? Channeled messages. First of all, you're the thoroughbred horse, and I love this. You literally picked silver. Okay, Hi Ho Silver, the Lone Ranger. Are you familiar with this show? That's literally the picture you chose, was Silver, the horse of the Lone Ranger, which is a thoroughbred, which I have to tell you is very connected to pile number 1. Okay, because thoroughbreds are connected to the Arabian line. Okay, so this is just a double confirmation for you. And there's another connection to pile number 3, which literally has kind of the web of the Lone Ranger, because the Lone Ranger, he did not work alone. He worked with Tonto, and Tonto rode an Apalaso horse, which is pile number 3. Okay, so just kind of, I'm getting that some of you have other piles here. All right, channeled messages for you, pile number 2. Hi ho, Silver, away. The Lone Ranger, working with your ancestors, you're very aware. The mask that the Lone Ranger wears It speaks of Athena. There's wisdom going on when you release the mask. I heard that you were seekers, civil servants. There's a connection to the earth, and in fact, many of you are conduits, powerful conduits. Okay, you bring something to justice. I was getting Libra energy, and as soon as I wrote that, I was getting eclipse energy. And in fact, I think the solar eclipse is in Libra. You can check it out. That's the one coming up in April. Then I heard snippet. In your energy, my heart was actually pounding in your energy. And I've got that cough. So that's it. That's that connection. If you're feeling the heart pounding and the sore throat, to pile number one. Okay. And as I talk about one and two, it really talks about one, two, three, following the steps and bringing it into balance. Okay. You're bringing something to justice. I heard snippet, and then I heard you are not alone. You might feel like you're alone, but you're not alone. When I was in your energy, I saw tons of other horses running right next to you. And actually, we alluded to this in the collective message. Make sure you check it out. But there's all this dust being kicked up, and you feel like you're alone. And it's because you can't see through the dust. But the dust is being created between you and all these other horses. You guys are running in this unison. I saw you running free. It was so beautiful, actually. I heard, okay, very fast moving energy is what you're picking up on. Okay, that's that dust. I heard new frontier, her eyes on, her eyes on, horizon, new frontier, horizon, but her eyes on. Okay. It's like I feel like you're gonna snip it. I feel like there's gonna be these like little pictures that come in for you. I'm actually feeling that very strongly. And then I heard you're waiting for the dust to settle. And you're known to be a little hot blooded. Okay. These particular horses are race horses. And so the biggest message coming in for you, pile number two, is to let go of the competition. Because remember, this whole entire oracle goes back to one song. You can go your own way. So you've got to let go of the competition, because what's happening is you're limiting yourself. Now, story coming in, so much purpose. I have been on here for a minute. Okay. I can look at the number of followers and I could be like, oh my God, why don't I have 5,000 followers yet? I just want to tell you that all has purpose. I don't judge myself. I show up. Why? Because this is really part of who I am, but it also allows me to explore for myself. So as I show up in service to you, I actually expand and show up for myself in such a powerful way. Okay. And I'm mentioning this with purpose, because I don't compete. I don't, because really any type of competition, any type of judgment, now interesting, because there is justice. Okay. So it's like we're expecting this judgment. There's this judgment, but justice and judgment are not necessarily hand in hand, because I want you to remember that when we judge, we separate. And when we judge and separate, we immediately close ourselves off from what we desire. And I'm being told that this is opening for you. Okay? So look at the difference. When we judge, we close. When we remove judgment, we allow ourselves to not be separated. We open to justice. Are you seeing the energy? Okay. Okay, so that's how the energy is coming in for you. Let's see. One last phrase. Be bold. Be you. Okay? So let's go ahead and get into this. There is a pineal, okay, and sacral activation at hand for you. So we've got these little pockets, okay, across the pineal gland here. And as the pineal gland and the sacral, the pineal gland and the sacral are combined. The sacral, for those of you who don't know, is like between your hips. Okay, whether you're a boy or a girl, it doesn't matter. Between your hips, this is your sacral, which where your dragon spirit, your creative spark is held. Okay, you'll hear your sacral waters. So sometimes our sacral waters wants to kind of put out that spark. It's all about getting in balance. Okay, and instead of the waves coming over to put out our flame, interesting, I'm getting more of the flame in the middle and a moat. So, this castle, are we stepping into our queendom? Are we stepping into our queendom, darling? Interesting how that just came forward. Okay. um, don't mind, I don't know. So, we've got the dragon specifically coming forward. This is my brand new oracle, which I love. Look at what's on bottom. The cosmic egg. Ooh, we are stretching into something really bold. This is an opening for you. This is a walkthrough, a push through. Okay. And it's really, this is like, it's time. It's time. Okay. So there's this expansion, but it's in order to shed and allow and crack open. Okay. It's very interesting, the energies I'm getting here for you. Okay. So that's where we're starting. We're going to be kind of talking about these wheels, right? Now, these energies are within you. Okay. So what we're really talking about here is it's really being highlighted for you what I call the inspired action sequence. Okay. Where we receive, we resonate, and we act. So it's like we receive and then we pass it off and we take action, which causes us to receive, and then we act. And then, okay, so it's like that's how we take the steps. And that's kind of interesting because this is the energy I'm seeing from the left to the right. So you're meant to receive and co-create with spirit, your angels, your guides. You go into meditation, you sink in, you receive messages, and then when they feel aligned, okay, and only then, we don't force it. When it feels resonating, we take action. And it's like a game, and you co create through the universe. Receive, take step, receive and act, receive. Okay, ebb and flow. Are you with me? All right. Vicky says, I'm with you. I'm getting my sight, ancestor manifesting, looking like the lady card on call that in the tango. Oh, I'll have to respond. I can't see your whole comment, and I can't wait to see it all. I am loving that you're resonating, Vicky. That's amazing. Okay, so what I'm seeing here, first of all, for you, my friends, is there's something that wants to be alchemized. Okay, so there's some divine alchemy coming in here. So let's go ahead and see what this is. We're going to go ahead and take a look at this spark. There's an insight here about what you're receiving. Okay, so this is kind of, I feel, I'm laughing because these all mean something to me. I've been connecting with the animals for years. We've got the horse here, and these energies really allow us to understand how to weave. And I'm getting that you are a weaver. Okay, so I do feel that you're a grid worker. Okay, and I feel like in a lot of ways, well, what did we share here? Oh, seekers and civil servants. Okay, this makes sense. So in a lot of ways, you are part of these communities. You spark insights, and you do this by leading with your queendom. But notice, and that's what the bear is. She represents the queen for me. Okay, and when I'm saying this is in the heart chakra. Okay, so how can you kind of just go right here? Just kind of go right here in this heart chakra. And just say to yourself, how does the bear speak to you? Are you feeling like a grizzly bear that doesn't want to awake from its slumber, that is like really like, okay? Are you feeling like mama bear? Are you feeling warm and fuzzy? Are you feeling, and this is what's really interesting, is that the bear often is found in the mountains. We're talking about expansion of your dragon. We're talking about traversing through the mountains. And the bear is the one that is on the exterior, is the guardian of the mountain. This is the energy I feel. So, in many ways, I feel this real like earth guardian energy with you. Okay, right off the bat, I am definitely feeling a little sick to my stomach. Okay, so maybe this is something that's resonating with you. Okay, what's this energy? Okay, okay, as we talked about the bear, I'm getting this little sickness in my stomach. Okay, this is the alchemy. This is what it is. We are giving our power away. Okay, in some way, shape, or form, different degrees, different, it's different for all of you. But there is this, we're giving our power away. We're feeding, some of you are feeding fear. Some of you are feeding some shadows, and this is where that alchemy comes, okay? Because it's like the alchemy, the golden energy, if you will, is where we step through our solar plexus of the sun. We just did this on the last one. We go into that solar plexus and we dive down into the earth. We dive down into the earth and we really go through working with Mother Earth, all the different things. It's like a Rolodex. It's like, oop, this comes up. We need to heal this. Okay, done that. Back in. Up, this needs to be healed. Okay. And some of it's yours and some of it isn't. It's just, it depends on where we all are, right? Because some of you are ancestral workers. There's many layers here. But this bear energy is really speaking to me in so many ways. I cannot help but see a sunflower here. Sunflower pairs with sunstone. Sunstone is a powerful cleanser. So, how can you, those of you that feel this sickness, okay, resonate with what I'm speaking about? Some of you feel it in your feet, okay? Some of you feel it in your feet. Some of you, are there any other? Okay. And when we were getting that heart throbbing. Okay. So this is what you're feeling when your power is being siphoned, when you're giving your power away. Okay. So all you do is release energies. I release all energies that are not of my highest good. I call my power back to me. Okay. But you can also, I'm getting the sunstone. If you have a sunstone, I'm getting many of you do, you have crystals, you can grid this to assist you in your home. Very simple, work with your angels and guides. I don't really program crystals. I work with crystals in the home. I work with the attendants as well. And I just actually take 6 different, it's really easy. Actually, look at it's literally right here. Okay. So this is sunstone. This is coming up for purpose for you. Grab yourself some sort of selenite because selenite is something that always cleanses. You can put your sunstone right on the selenite, okay? And then you want to get yourself some crystal points. Work with your angels and guides. Do I want to point the energy in? Do I want to bring the energy in? Okay, now this is sunstone, which is a cleanser. So I'm thinking we want to take the energy out. Okay, but work with your angels and guides. And you can just put 6 of these around, in or out. And then this is one more thing. For those of you that work with crystals, you can do all the work, but if you don't activate them, they're doing nothing. Okay, so I'll set an intention. It is my purest intention. Angels in the highest light is my purest intention to activate this sunstone crystal grid for the highest good for all. That is literally what I do for all grids. Trust yourself. You can also be more specific, okay? But you want to make sure you grab an extra crystal. Do you see this crystal? It has like this. This is called do you see this like flat prism there? This is called an aces cut. And what you want to do to activate, again, work with your angels and guides. Do I go to the right? Am I tightening, righty tighty? Am I taking energies out? Most likely, yes, with this crystal. Or am I going to the left and I'm bringing energies in? Okay, but you use your point to activate. So if I was going to the right, which I feel you are, so all 6 points pointed out, take this as my purest intention, angels of the highest light, to activate this sunstone crystal grid for the highest good of all, for the highest good of all. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Now, some of you can go further. If you are personally working with Archangel Sandalphon, you can ask Archangel Sandalphon or any guides on your team to actually integrate your grid into the crystalline grid of Mother Earth to keep it cleansed, charged, and activated at all times. So, my mission has been a little bit different. My journey with crystals has been a little bit different, but you do not have to necessarily put them in the moon energies. And in fact, I very much, you can use sound. Okay, there's tons of apps to clean your crystals. That is way more effective than putting them into the moon energies and exposing them to different energies outside. So that was a quick lesson on crystal gridding, but I'm getting that all from this card. Look at that, all from this card. Okay, all right, so let's keep moving. We've got the wolf energy. Yes. Okay. Some of you have been feeling like the lone wolf, trying to find your troop, your posse. You've been calling out for it. For those of you who've been calling out for it, it is coming in like magnets. Like magnets. Okay? Yep. There's that sonar. Okay? This bat energy. This bat is in flight. Okay? It's not hung up. This is what I was feeling with that wolf. So look at, we've got the bear, the wolf, and the bat. They're coming in to talk to you about your dragon spirit, about an alchemy, okay? A golden energy, if you will. And where is this happening? And we've got the beaver. This is really affected. Okay, look at this card. There's a lot of different energies that are kind of surprising with the beaver here. I'm seeing all those pine trees in the grass. So this is the beaver. He's not in his fortress. The beaver is really associated with the sacred structure, the building of the foundation. Okay, this is actually taking me back to pile number 1. So pile number 1, it's like I'm feeling, if you got pile number 1 and pile number 2 and you're resonating with what I'm speaking right now, I'm getting that you're looking for a sacred structure to align to. With these pine trees in the background, this is that dragon, that Lemurian, okay? This is where you can align to crystals. We've already talked about it here. Align to crystals and plant medicine. Maybe you'll align to the class. I have a new class starting. I feel many of you will align to that, okay? Because what the beaver does is he works to remove the obstacles to create a foundation. So it's all about repurpose and reuse, okay? And why? For the family, for the family. So this is really coming up so strong, okay? So let's talk about, I'm going to pull these 3 cards for you. I'm going to pull them all together. Oh, yeah, I could feel it. Okay. Look at the 3 cards I just pulled for you. Okay. This is really telling me a lot about what's going on with you. So we've got the frog here, the crocodile, and we've got the buffalo inverted. I normally don't read inverses, but I'm being told that this is important for you to understand. Okay. And in fact, we're going to read this card because these 2 cards, do you see how I have these 2 cards here and this third one here? What you came here, your angels and guides have brought you here because there's a cleansing at hand. There's definitely something that's been trying to hold you in a vice. It doesn't want you to leap forward, okay? And this is something about the sacrifices that you're making. And I want to tell you that there's an expansion on those sacrifices, that everything has purpose. It's going back to the seeds I talked about. It's another connection to pile number 1. So if you chose pile number 1 and 2, it's remembering that all seeds and all growth and non-growth has purpose, okay? So it's like you have, as important as these energies are here, we're going to break it up. There's definitely energies pouring in, Okay, do you see this energy pouring on this frog? And it's like it wants to keep it in the water. Okay. Okay. It's so interesting because I just heard bullfrog. So the bullfrog is an energy that doesn't swim in the water. Okay. It comes out of the water, it goes on land, coming out of those emotions, not being afraid what's in the water. Okay. There's this fear of something in the emotions. This is what I'm feeling with these two energies here, this coming together. Like, look at these. Okay, on my side, they look like this. So I'm going to show them like this. This is your first card. This is your second card. And when I'm looking at them, they literally look like they're, do you see? Oh, hold on. They look like this. What I mean is this energy. There's this eye to eye, an eye for an eye. Is this a mentality that you have? Because if it is, I'm hearing for a couple of you this eye for an eye, like looking out for yourself. Okay. This is exactly what's keeping you in those emotions. Okay. If this is not the energies that you really want to be executing, it's not tit for tat, it's not eye for eye. Okay. And in fact, it's all about bypassing, expanding beyond that, that allows you to become that emotional master, that allows you to see beyond the sacrifice. Okay. And this is the true medicine of the buffalo. We're going to read about it. This is the deep alchemy at hand. Okay. There's these energies that want to be moved. So it's like you're being taken on a journey. Okay. Your horse, the thoroughbred, is meant to race. It has this fast moving energy. You can move through this very quickly, and these messages are coming to assist you to do that because you identify with sacrificing. Okay, it's been kind of upside down for you, which is why we read it here. But it's like if we can get past this, I feel like I feel this energy. Okay, these energies we're talking about are within you. But this energy right here, this eye for an eye, this is coming from someone outside of you. And you're really kind of taking this. Okay, I'm just going to be, can I just be honest? It's almost like a little bit of this. And I know because I have done that. In fact, I still do this, and it's a kind of related to my wounding. So I just want to be very vulnerable and allow you to understand. But there's almost like this martyr, okay, where I feel like, oh, I'm not worthy because of what somebody else is saying. This is energy, is what I'm feeling. This crocodile. Somebody is like trying to look you in the eye and hold you down. Do you see this energy? Are you feeling it? Okay. But it's like it's because we're seeing with a narrow focus, we're only seeing the sacrifice. How can we turn the sacrifice and see the bounty? Okay. How can we see the bounty? How can we get the lightning strike? This is talking about a pineal and a sacral. How can we get a lightning strike to those waters? Okay. And really, really sink into with clarity what's really happening. Okay. And I feel that the dragon of the buffalo wants to come forward. So let's go ahead and really focus on this. This is my newest oracle, so I love us learning together. Okay. Oh, bear with me. I'm going to go to the table of contents. Feel free to make your comments here, you guys. Okay. Oh, it doesn't show me. Hold on. And I just want to do a shout out to my friend Sean, who actually sent me this. I mean, she's just so beautiful. She sent me this. Okay. So this is earth energy. Okay. So we've got this upside down manifestation, and it has to do with these energies. Okay. It has to do, I mean, it actually literally could kind of do with this crocodile energy, which I will tell you was never of the earth. It has evolved. but it was never of the earth. And if you resonate with pile number one, you were so ancient, okay? You were so ancient that you may have become entangled to these energies, okay? All right. So this is where the sacrifice comes in. So the buffalo, of course, is such a sacred animal, okay? Um, because it gives all of it is. So we're going to speak a little bit more of what this actual sacrifice is all about because it's it gives of itself, but it's not hurt from what it gives, okay? Grounded yet heavenly grounded yet heavenly, practical yet spiritual. Now, when we're out of balance, okay, which is what I'm getting here, when we're out of balance, we're restless and we lack gratitude, okay? So how can we bring ourselves into balance? What's coming up here is prayer, surrender, and prayer. Okay. When you're in balance, it's trusting and it's pure presence. This is what we're going for. Okay. We're going, if you look at a buffalo, they're so majestic. They're very grounding in their stature. You feel their energy and their weight on the world, on the earth. And they're so majestic. Okay. And this is literally talking about who you are. So let's read a little bit more about this. The hooves of the mighty buffalo are grounded in the earth, yet its heart and mind rise toward heaven. The buffalo sees challenges, hardship, or a bump in the road as an opportunity for an upliftment. Therefore, the buffalo does not fear death, illness, or misfortune. Its gentle eyes look to the road ahead. Trusting every turn, may we all trusting every turn. May we all experience this elusive yet life changing bliss from time to time. And may we allow this card to remind us that life in itself is a precious gift. This is coming up to be a reminder. This is the alchemy at hand. Okay? This is really creating a spark within you for you to see that you've not been held, for you to see. Okay, this resonates with me so much. I shared at the beginning of this a little bit about what I received a psychic attack, okay, over 3 years ago. Boy, has it been a journey. This is a lot of the energies that are clearing up for me now. Now, let me tell you, along my way, I would just want to shout out to my friends and family because it's been very difficult. I felt like I was attacked. I felt victimized. I overcame that. And then I just realized more and more, and it's really just started to come together really a little bit more about what it's been all about is we're all on our own journey. Okay. And so, for me, it's not necessarily, you see me share like the hearts. I mean, it's like you would have thought I won the lottery. So it's about really embracing the moments, okay? Not being fixated on what we think things should look like. Do you see how this in itself, how we put ourselves in these emotions because we have expectations, okay? Expectations, which are dot, 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 disappointments in the making. How can we open our heart? See? Open our heart. It's coming up again. How can we open our heart so that we don't see limits? Okay, because many of you in this pile are seeing this. There's a situation, there's something that's right in front of you. It's like right in front of you. You are eye to eye with it, and you feel you can't move forward. And that's because you just need a perspective shift. Okay? Now, with that lightning strike and with this, I'm totally getting amethyst and rose. So I want you to jump over, if you feel resonated, jump over into my attunements folder and sink into that meditation and see what comes. Okay? Because, amethyst is really good at connecting you to your higher self, seeing things from a higher perspective, okay? From a higher perspective. And that's what true alchemy is all about. Going from the yellow, and traversing it into gold. That's the vibration switch. Okay? All right, so let's see. Speaking of gold, let's see what the divine wants to say. Let's see what the divine wants to say. We're going to be taking a look here about how you can be one with your power, because this yellow, seeing with the yellow belly, seeing with the fear is going to keep you stuck. Okay? This is what we want you to see, a higher perspective. Anything based on fear is doomed to fall apart, is doomed to fall back into the emotions. And why? Because it is an illusion. This is the lightning strike. Can you feel it? It's coming in. Allow your mind, allow your heart to merge together to see the perspective. How can we swim through? Okay, interesting. How can we swim through? How can we be open to love? Because it is love in which all can expand. Okay, so just remember that. All right, let's look at that. How can we change tracks? How can we be fluid? Look at the black and white, and how can we have unconditional for ourselves to know it's not a choice? How can we surrender and allow what's underneath? This is so important. It feels black and white to you, okay? And look at that yellow. You see with the yellow, but what you're not seeing is the alchemy, the fluidity of what's happening underneath. So, how can we be fluid? What I mean by that is, how can we see ourselves as a bubble within the water? And the fluidity, what I mean here is to not to be black or white, to be fluid. So if we get poked here, how can we pop out a little here? If we get poked there, do you see? We're being fluid. If you take a balloon and you poke it, nothing changes in the interior except the movement. So how can we have unconditional love for ourselves, not see things as black and white, but yet know that there is something fluidity in seeing the gold? Something is alchemizing. Something is rising to the top in wisdom for you. 22222 on the clock. Okay, that totally reminds me of another oracle. 2 to the 5th power. This is coming in for you. What? That was on our last oracle of the very last spark of wisdom I did 3 weeks ago, actually. So this is really gonna, if you need more insights, that's the Quetzal. Okay, go into that and see if you choose. I'm not telling you, I know which pile it is, but if you know what I'm talking about, this is a build on that. Okay, so we're getting changed tracks. Be fluid. Be rigid. Don't be so rigid. Be fluid. Okay. There's a spark going on. Love yourself. Love yourself. And as I'm saying this, allow yourself to be